guys can see me. Give me 1 second. All right, if you can see me, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Coach Kim. I appreciate you. So my name is Miss Kiwi, and I'm excited to be your presenter tonight. If you are here because you're wanting to improve your personal credit score, you are in the right place at the right time. I do know we have some individuals here because they want to be able to help someone else improve their credit score and become a financial business broker with us here at Freedom Path. If that is you, stick around for part two. But right now, what I want to talk about is how you can improve your finances and have a better credit score and be able to keep more money in your pocket as your credit score improves. All right. So a little bit about me. I am from Riviera Beach, Florida. I'm a managing director with Freedom Path. I'm a financial services broker. I'm a national trainer, mortgage loan officer, tax preparer, and notary. And I am also a licensed life insurance agent. Now, some words I like to live by is don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. And as we enter into the second month of this new year, February 2026, I want to remind you all how important it is to, you know, sometimes take a second to help yourself. I just spoke to someone today who was telling me about some things they have going on in their personal life, and everything that she told me, it was like, oh, because I'm helping this person and I'm helping that person. And I asked her, I said, can we pause for a second on this phone call? When do you help yourself? And so she said, huh? Like as if, no one ever asked her that before. And I said, you can help the world, but sometimes you got to put a pause and stop and be able to help yourself. So tonight, while you're joining this Zoom with me, I want to remind you that you are just as important as anybody else in your life that you want to assist, that you got to make sure that you accomplish and achieve your goals. So if your goal is to have more income this year than last year, you're in the right place, right? If your goal is to improve your credit score because you want to be a homeowner, maybe you're ready to start that brand new business, maybe you want to teach your kids what you learned late, but teach them early, but you can't do that without the proper education. So if that is you, you are definitely in the right place at the right time, but don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, and it starts right now. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into about the three barriers of financial freedom, which is low credit scores, no cash flow, and lack of financial literacy. So, as you see right here, according to Time Magazine, it reported that a bad credit score can cost you over $200,000 in mortgage, auto, and credit card interest over time. And so, what happens is we don't know how to properly use that credit card, right? We're thinking they gave us a $500 limit. I spent $499.99. I did not go over the 500. However, just because you didn't go over the limit that they gave you, because you're not keeping it under 30%, and my rule is to try to get it under 20 or 15%, going over that 30% utilization automatically drops your credit score. See, we weren't taught financial literacy in school, so we don't know what we don't know. We just know what we think we know based on whatever information we were able to get online or from anybody else, right? But you want to know exactly what it takes to be able to help you improve your score. Now, the next thing is no cash flow. Nearly 60% of Americans don't even have enough savings to cover a $500 unplanned expense. But we know what we do have, enough to give someone else. Right? Remember that scenario I just gave you? We can help someone else. We're going to scrape up 500 for Uncle Joe, right? We're going to help our brother who is going through a crisis, but when it's time to help ourselves, we don't have that. We don't have anything back there saved to come in and help ourselves to the forefront. Remember, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You want to make sure that when you get paid, you pay yourself first. I don't care if it's an extra $15, $20 a paycheck, it's going to add up and be able to help you in the long run, because anybody on the Zoom can agree, and you can put yes or no in the chat. Um, wait, you can't see me? Kiana, can you see me? Coach Kev says he can't see me. I want to make sure. Okay, perfect. So anybody on this webinar can definitely agree that every little bit counts, right? It adds up. So whether you're saving $15 after each paycheck, or 20, or some of you are maybe able to save a little bit more, 50 to 100, at the end, it's going to be able to add up, right? Lastly, we have lack of financial literacy. We just went over that. If you don't know what you don't know, you can't grow. But that's why you're here. That's why the broker that invited you put you in position to win tonight, to be able to help you get to the next level. Because what you don't know, we're going to teach you, and then you can go ahead and teach your kids and so forth. So here at Freedom Path, we have what we call Freedom Wealth. Somebody put Freedom Wealth in the chat, right? Our Freedom Wealth program is our credit program that's going to help you improve your credit score. And within Freedom Wealth, we have a bunch of paths that help you get to where you're going. Now, one of them is called a score path. It gives you 3B monitoring. So you're going to have access to all three of your credit reports. It's not just the two that you get with Credit Karma. It's going to show you how to be able to file disputes and help you with your negative and derogatory items. We also have our credit attorney that if you are someone that went through identity theft monitoring or something of that nature, someone stole your identity, or you have some issues on your credit report where you paid on time, but they're continuously reporting it late, we have our credit attorneys to be able to assist you. They'll take an analysis of your credit and see what they can do. You can email their paralegal or legal assistant, and they'll give you a call back. And lastly, we have our credit builder, which is kind of like self lender. If you've ever heard of it, well, you are pouring into yourself. Again, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, right? You're pouring into yourself that's going to help you be able to build your credit. And we're about to go over each one of these thoroughly right now, right? So our score path looks just like this. So when you sign up, you get a portal. All right. And the portal looks like this. Now, if you're a person that's here because you want to be able to offer credit, this is what your client's portal is going to look like. They're going to have access to everything. You see right here, it's going to show you all three of your credit reports. It's even going to show you what I love is a score tracker. Score tracker basically says today, February 4th, you enrolled, your credit score was 558, according to the screenshot right here, right? And then in 45 days or 60 days, 90 days, this is what your score is. So every time another round of dispute letters go out, the score tracker is going to improve you, update here and improve you, give you more information. If I'm going to improve you, that make no sense. It's going to update you on what your credit report has been. So that is one of my favorite tools. And then we have our progress tracker that basically lets you know what is being removed, what is still being disputed, and what is positive and what's negative on your credit report. If you like what you see, go ahead and put some fire emojis in the chat. All right, so this is what it looks like when you're getting ready to utilize the score boost. It's going to give you everything that's negative and derogatory on your credit report. Everything is done for you. So the beauty about our thing here at Freedom Path is the fact that we use AI technology. And if you know anything about AI, it just means faster. Somebody put the word faster in the chat, right? We have a thing going around online right now where everybody's using these characters, right? You go in to Chat GPT and you put this thing in, and just like that, it spits out this image based on what you do for a living in character time. Imagine having to create that by yourself. How long would it have taken you to do it? I did one yesterday. It literally did it in like 1.2 minutes. Like literally, I counted. And so if I had to sit there and go on Canva or anything else and create that, I'd have been there about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Y'all thought I was gonna say days, months. It took me to create that same flyer. And so AI is what's moving the world faster. And so one thing I like about Freedom Path is we stay up on the up and know. So you have here your negative and derogatory items. You're gonna be able to click right here. It's gonna tell you exactly why you need to dispute it. You're going to pick that reason, generate your dispute letters, and just like that, they're already done. You can even send them electronically where you don't have to worry about getting a stamp or an envelope, and you can save a tree and save some money in your pocket by not having to purchase the stamps. All right? So let's keep going. And then this is what it looks like. So after your letters have been sent, by law, we do have to give each credit bureau 45 days to respond, right? So don't think in 20 days or 10 days to contact your broker and be like, oh, nothing going on, what happened? Because during this time when you sent these letters off, somebody put in the chat, it's time to build. That's when you want to work on building your credit. So we're sitting off a dispute letter because we're disputing the negative and derogatory items. But in the interim, we just don't sit around and do nothing. You want to start working on yourself. Remember, you have to be a part of your own rescue, okay? You're treating yourself to get out of debt that you once put yourself in. For whatever reason, I've been in debt myself, and we'll go over that at the end, but you're putting yourself in position to win. So when you sent the letters out, now you want to work on building your credit, okay? During this time frame, you want to look at those current credit cards that you have open. We do not want them to close, right? We already have closed credit cards over here. The ones we still have active, we want to keep them active. So now you want to look at how can I pay them down to get them under 30%, right? How can I stop I know people have an addiction. Like I have a cousin who has an addiction buying purses. How can I stop this during the process? Because you don't want to go pulling your credit as your score starts to improve. During that process, you also may want to look into getting what we call here a little bit about our back office. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, which is this right here. You want to look into getting this credit builder, which is like the self lender. So basically, what it does is you're going to pick a plan that you would like to choose. So you see right here, they have a $30 a month, 50, and then 100. Now you're going to make that payment. On screen, we have an example of $30 a month. After 12 months, you would have earned $360. That money is going into an escrow account for you. At the end of the 12 months, guess who gets the 360 back? My suggestion for you is to do it around Christmas time or do it around back to school time if you are a parent. Why? Because in the summertime, them kids are eating us out of house and home, and we're trying our best to survive as adults. So that's a great time to have that extra $360 come into play. And it can even help you buy the school clothes that you need, or maybe you have a birthday that you spend a lot of money, or an event, or maybe a trip that's coming up next June, or whatever. You want to go ahead and start now so that by the time that trip comes, you have that extra money in your pocket. But what happens is you're paying yourself, which looks like you're paying a creditor, but you're getting credit for it on your credit report. Somebody put what in the chat? Now, I do want to go back because I want to talk a little bit about the credit attorney again. These are the reasons why you can go ahead and contact them. If any of this applies to you, you definitely want to utilize them. I have a young lady, she's 24 years old, a family member while she was in high school used her name and got credit cards and houses and apartments and all these things in her name. And now she's trying to get her master's degree and was denied the next level of financial aid as well as certain loans because of her credit score. So she reached out to me last November saying, Ms. Kiwi, I have until May to get this corrected. What can I do? And I went ahead and sent out her first round of dispute letters, but then I immediately got her connected with our consumer law attorneys, and they sat down with her. They sent out a separate set of letters, and between November and December 15th, her credit score went up 101 points. Somebody put the clapping emojis in the chat, right? So her credit score went up 101 points. She's getting a bunch of letters that are saying this has been removed, 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 removed. And she had to file a police report, but everything else came out of place. So now her credit score is 700 and something. And I did tell you she's 24 years old. She contacted me the other day and she said, I'm just so blessed and grateful for this opportunity to be with Freedom Path and to find you as my broker. I'm definitely going to have it resolved before May. I think we're going to be done probably by March. Okay. So as you see right here, we're getting real results happening here. We have a lot of success with this program. 118 days, 118 point increase in 45 days. We got 101 point increase in 50 days. Now, this can be you, but again, you want to be a part of your own rescue. Again, that comes back with building the credit, being smart with your every move, and saving your money. Now, with our Freedom Wealth, we also have our Wealth Path that gives you estate planning. So that's your will, trust, and power of attorney for our pet owners. We do have a pet trust included in there, as well as the healthcare directive and guardianship. So this comes with your membership. If you need a personal loan, we do be able to offer them. You can go on and apply. And then, of course, we give you financial tools to be able to help you. And we kind of went over the debt tracker, which is basically going to track your debts for you, let you know if you pay this, your credit score is going to do that. We do give you identity theft monitoring and local and travel discounts and planning. So if you're going on a trip, you don't need to go anywhere fancy. You can go right here within your Freedom Wealth membership and go on there and put your trip in, and it can give you discounts on your flights and things of that nature. And for those who are like me, a big bat, like to eat a little bit because that's Miss Kiwi, those local savings will be able to assist you with that. Over 8,000. You put your location in and it'll tell you what's in your area. They got a little bit of everything, food, clothing, all of the above right there for my shoppers, right? So we do have a business path. If you are an individual that wants to set up your business, get started, the business formation is going to assist you with that. Then we have our Business Credit Academy. I'll go over a little bit more, but it basically lets you as a business owner, if you just set your business up, but you can't get qualified for funding, you can't get qualified for grants, and you need assistance in making sure you have all your compliance needs done, that BCA is going to be able to assist you. At the end of the academy, you get 50K in aggregated funding. And lastly, we have our business funding that's going to be able to help you expand your business and take your capital to the next level and hopefully open up some stores across the nation, right? So a little bit more about me, what made me start this journey. I had a 465 credit score. And I was a paralegal for 12 years. I had a good job, good occupation, single mom. My son is a sophomore in college right now. He plays basketball. And so my life was very active between work and being a basketball mom. And my complex that I was living in, they told me that my lease was coming up and I had to make a decision if I wanted to stay or if I wanted to leave. And if I was going to stay, I had to pay an extra $250 because they were going up on the rent. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go out and find me a new place. Well, unfortunately, I wasted money with three application fees three times, right? And got denied three times. And so I learned then that my credit score was a 465. And I mean, that came from me helping everyone else but myself. I had bankruptcies, voluntary repossessions for cars I co-signed on. I had credit card debt, payday loans, you name it. I had it. And I didn't know anything about credit. I was kind of oblivious as the fact that I had the money to move in, but they wouldn't let me move in because my credit score said I could not. And so that's when I looked out to find help. And I stumbled across this amazing opportunity here. And personally, I just wanted to help more people like myself. And so I've been in this industry. Next month will be 7 years. Somebody put 7 years in the chat, right? 7 years. And I wake up every morning just grateful to be able to help someone else achieve the success that I achieved, and be able to help other individuals get into the same business that I did so that we can spread the love across the country, right? So the price to get started for our Freedom Wealth is $189. Now, there is a $99 monthly service, but think about what you're getting. You're getting the Freedom Wealth, the ability to work on your credit and improve your credit score. You're getting the will, trust, and power of attorney. You're getting identity theft monitoring. You're getting local discount savings, travel discounts, the access to the credit attorney, as well as the credit builder. You have so much value in this one platform. Plus, you have your portal to be able to access it 24 hours a day, regardless, right? So if you are saying, I want to get started, Miss Kiwi, but I don't have the full 189 today, guess what? I came up with the solution. You can use Zip or Klarna, and or Afterpay. For anybody who's not familiar, basically you're going to take that 189 payment, you're going to divide it into four. I'm no mathematician. Hold on a second. So we're going 189 divided by 4. So it'll be 47.25 for you to get started today. And you're going to have full access to everything we just went over. Nothing's going to be shortchanged because you didn't pay the full amount. So you basically pay 47.25. Klarna or Zip, they're going to pay Freedom Path completely. And you just owe Klarna or Zip or Afterpay, right? Now, I will say this. If you try Klarna and you don't get approved, go to Zip. Okay, because my client the other day, she went through Klarna and she did not get approved. And I said, let's try Zip because they do not hurt your credit score at all. And she went to Zip and she was able to get approved for $300. And so she used that to go ahead and enroll. So if that is you, solution solved. Get back with the broker that invited you to the Zoom and let them know, I need to work on my credit. Miss Kiwi is right. I don't want to hurt myself. I want to treat myself, right? And I'm help everybody else. It's my time to get started on my journey. But if you are here because you are interested in earning more income than you did last year, you want to earn more income this year than you did last year, go ahead and put some dollar signs in the chat. If you are a tax preparer and I invited you or someone else invited you and you do taxes, put the word taxes in the chat. If you are a realtor, put the word realtor in the chat. As a matter of fact, just put your occupations in the chat if you are ready to make more income. And Miss Alicia, we'll get to the questions at the end of the Zoom. I see your hand was up. Oh, we got a chef. Siobhan, don't play with me because you know I'm a big bag girl. I like to eat a little bit. So, you chef it up. I'm gonna come and taste it. Just let me know when and where I need to be, right? So I'll give you a little bit more information about Freedom Path. They were founded in 2021. And completely debt free. They were founded by Kevin Carroll, our CEO and founder, and Ryan Ragland, our president and co founder. Industry leading technology and service. That's our AI platform. And we have a mission to help 1 million people in the next 5 years. And we're going to do that with our vice president of sales, Kent Williams. As you see right here, we have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau, top notch reviews on Google. But you ain't got to believe my slide. You can go on over there and check for yourself, right? Now, we're disrupting the financial services industry because traditional financial services does not happen anymore. Why? Because if you think about it, when is the last time you all went inside your bank on payday? How many of you get an actual paper check? If you get paper check, put paper check below. But if you get direct deposit, put direct deposit in the chat for me. Okay, because most of us don't have time anymore to get off and run through traffic, right? And stand in that long line and cash the check, then leave there. We got to go over here to the check cashing store to pay the light bill and the water bill or Walmart. We don't have time for that no more because the world has evolved. We don't have time to put our two fingers. Remember back in the day when your song came on the radio, you had to put the tape in real quick and sit there and put your two fingers down and record it. I must be telling my age, but some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? We don't do that anymore because everything is at our fingertips. And it's the exact same thing that's happening in the financial industry, and Freedom Path is ahead of it. So our customers need the services, but they need them fast, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to empower people to earn by helping others. That's basically what you're doing. You're sharing something to someone else, helping them get started, and you get paid. Right? Someone asked me the other day, who did your hair? I gave her a referral to the person that did my hair, right? But the difference is I didn't get paid for that transaction, but with Freedom Path, I will, right? How many times have you referred someone because they say, I like your shoes, or who did your nails, or whatever it is? We refer people all the time, but we don't get paid. Now, sometimes you may go there and they'll say, oh, you referred, and they give you a discount. But 99.9% of the time, they just gonna say thank you. I swear to God. I done referred by 20 people to my braider, and baby, she ain't gave me no damn discount yet. She just said, girl, thank you so much. My business growing, but she ain't gave me no discount, right? But we're going to provide equal and equitable access to financial services, and we're going to help create income opportunities for others to help others. So we're going to, bring each one, teach one, but bring somebody with you. You want to help bring a person with you, right? So what is fintech, right? We are a fintech company, which is basically where financial technology meets or finances meet technology, fintech in one setting, right? The global fintech market is projected to grow at 700 billion, not million, by 2030. So we're in 2026. You have an opportunity to get started tonight, and in 4 years, you're going to be right here where this number is. You don't want to start late. You want to start now, right? Because again, the traditional financial system is not working. Now, we use fintech every day, but don't realize it, because how do we bank? Online, Stripe, Coinbase, right? Chime, all those things, Cash App, all of that is fintech that we didn't realize we were using. Credit Karma, SoFi, Open Door, Root, Plaid. We use all these things every single day. And now you can do the same with your finances and with your business. I think I'm going the wrong way, y'all. Hold on one second. It's hard for me to see. So let's talk about what we offer here and how you get paid, right? So we get paid 5 ways. Somebody put the number 5 in the chat. Direct commission, residual commission, customer activation bonus, leadership match bonus, as well as our infinity growth bonus. So the first way is direct income and residual sales. So think about what I said about the Freedom Wealth platform, right? A client comes in, they enroll in the services to improve their credit score. They're going to pay $189. You, as the broker, you're going to get a 40% commission. So you're going to make $76.50 every time an individual enrolls in the Freedom Wealth. That's just one product that we offer, and we're going to go over all of them tonight, right? So they enroll in that. Imagine right now, today, you get started exactly at this time, and you go out right now and you get 10 people started. Take that $76.50 and times it by 10, right? You just made $760, okay? Now, every single month they make that $99 payment, you're gonna get a residual income, which is basically like royalties in the music business. Every time a movie plays or a song plays on the radio over and over, that artist gets a check, right? But the same thing happens here in this industry. Every time your client makes their monthly payment, you're gonna get a 30% commission on that $99. How does that sound? If you like it, put I like it in the chat, right? Third way we get paid is our customer activation bonus. Now, remember what I just said. You signed up tonight, right now, right? And you go out and you get 10 people to sign up for Freedom Wealth today, tomorrow, whenever. You got 10 people before Saturday, sign up for Freedom Wealth. You just made $760 something. But for every product that we offer, there's a point system, right? So every time a person signs up for a Freedom Wealth membership, that's 1 point. Somebody put 1 point in the chat. All right, so that's a bonus. You're getting paid the $760 for those 10. That's your regular pay, but then now you're going to get a bonus. So you got 10 of them. How much was your bonus? Can anybody put the bonus in the chat for me? If you got 10 points because you got 10 clients, thank you, Alicia. You just made an additional $500. Add that to the 760. That's just, you made that this week. I did tell y'all we get paid every Friday, right? So today being Wednesday, if you join tonight, anything you do between today and Saturday, you're going to get paid next Friday for. I'm going to keep going because I don't know if y'all heard what I just said, right? So imagine you sign tonight and you get 20 people signed up by Saturday this week. That's an extra $2,500 that you would have made on top of what you would have earned from the product, okay? So then we have what we call our leadership match on team commission. So basically, if you're interested in building a team, and I want to make sure I have a disclaimer, you're not forced to build a team, it's your option. But like I said before, we want to each one teach one and bring someone with you, right? So you have people on your team, you can earn up to 20% on your team's commission as an override bonus. Now think about corporate America real quick. Now me being a paralegal for 12 years, I remember many times that I would get stopped in my tracks to have to help the receptionist because she's new, or have to help the file clerk because they're new, teaching them how us paralegals want them to file or answer our calls or do whatever, but I have to train them to do this. And I stop doing what I'm doing, and my work is getting backed up to train this new individual. Now, what extra at your job? I don't know what you do. I know we have a chef. I know we have tax experts, realtors on here, as well as other occupations. In your job, when you have to stop and train someone else, what does the job give you? What do they give you? What kind of bonus do you get? Anybody? Anybody? What do you get? Is it nothing? Because I know I didn't get nothing at the law firm. They just would tell me to do it. I would get backed up. My work would get backed up. That's what I got, and a headache. But I didn't get Wi-Fi money. I love it so much. Nothing, right? So think about it that way. Like you're expected to do more but get paid less. But here at Freedom Path, they know you're going to do more because when you bring a person on your team, you want to help them. You want to make sure they're successful and they succeed. And so you're getting a reward for helping them, right? So that to me in itself is everything because I didn't get that. Now, at the law firm, they may have gave me a little donut, a little pizza party or something because of somebody's birthday, a little piece of cake, but I have to wait the whole year to get my bonus. It wasn't worth it, okay, to have my work backed up and put me back 2 or 3 weeks because I'm helping someone else. So just keep that in mind, right? And then now you have what they call a monthly infinity bonus, my favorite. Now, when those points get up to 150, because they are recurring, remember, 150, the company is going to give you an additional $1,000 bonus. Look what happens if you have 600 points, an extra 4,000. I want to make sure I say, in addition to what other ways we get paid. So this doesn't mean that you get here and this is all you're going to get. This is in addition to everything else. So the income potential is as big as you want it to be. Is whatever you decide to do with it, right? No one can stop you. You generate your own sales. There's no human behind making sure if you qualify, right? So let's talk about what we offer. Outside of Freedom Wealth that we just went over, this is what you're going to be able to offer in your business. Pay close attention. So you're going to be able to help individuals with their credit. The person who invited you tonight will be able to help get you orientated and get you all set up, right? Then we have our BCA program, that Business Credit Academy. So now you're able to go out and if you see a business owner that's struggling, don't know how to make sure that all of the compliance issues are done, they don't have a mobile map listing, they don't have a business bank account, they don't have NAPA or any of that, you're able to help them get started. This program is going to walk them through step by step to make sure they have all of their compliance issues done. And like I said before, at the end of it, they get 50K in aggregated funding. But look, you can get anywhere between 2 to 6 product points if they enroll in this service. All right. Then we have our Freedom Life. Is there anybody on here that's already licensed? If you're licensed, put license in the chat. If you have an interest of being licensed, then you're in the right place at the right time. But we have our Freedom Life to be able to help individuals with their life insurance. I'm going to go over that in further detail. And then we have bulk funding and we have our ID club coming up next. So let's break into it right now. So bulk funding is simple. You're asking yourself, what is required of me? Like, I don't know anything about funding. How am I going to help them? Basically, it's simple. We offer two different ways. They can get approved via credit funding or they can get approved by revenue funding. Credit funding, they need to have at least a 680. Revenue, at least 10,000 a month. They got to be able to prove it, so they will need a business bank account, right? But that's basically all the information you're going to give them. You're going to send them that application, all right? And then underwriting takes over from there. I remember someone on my team that got someone funded. She said that was the quickest thing I could have done to make money is just by sending them the application, because underwriting is going to take over from there. They're going to communicate with the client. They're going to keep you in the loop. So you see right here, this is what your back office tracker looks like. And then they have your funding tab. So you'll be able to see all of your clients that enroll. You'll be able to keep up with the notes that underwriting is going back and forth. They're even going to put you on the emails to your client so that you can kind of help your client out if they missed the email and say, hey, they emailed you, they need you to upload a copy of your driver's license or whatever, but you're in the loop with everything and can keep up with your Freedom Wealth clients, your life insurance clients. All of that is broke down to you in your back office. It's up and running as soon as you hit enroll, okay? So everything you need is there. I think it's an amazing platform. It makes it very easy, very user-friendly if you're someone that's not really good with technology. Now let's give some examples real quick. So here we are, we have a real estate loan, okay? And that person was funded, funded 1.5 million. Remember, you get 40% commission. So the commissional revenue was 30,000. You're making 40% of that. You just made 12,000. Imagine this person signed up on Sunday and was funded by Thursday. You got paid 12,000 next Friday. Y'all ain't ready. Let me go ahead and move on. I don't think they're ready, Siobhan. Let's keep going, right? Here's another one, an SBA loan, $300,000. Commissional revenue was 6,000. You get 40% of that. Your commission is 2,400. Would that help you right now? Whatever you have going on in your life right now, even if you're a tax preparer, remember, we don't get paid until the end of this month. We're not getting paid nothing right now. We're just putting them in, right? You can make $2,400 next week to hold you over until we get our first paycheck at the end of the month. I'm a tax preparer myself. Realtors, we got to wait until that whole thing closes, right? But you can get paid right now. You can get paid next week. Somebody put next week in the chat, right? Let's go to one more example. All right, we have a commercial real estate loan right here. $1 million funded, commissional revenue 20,000. You made 8 grand. Imagine how many people you know. If you are a realtor, imagine how many clients you have outside of you helping them get their home. You can see their financials. You can see who's a business owner. Imagine contacting them and saying, hey, how's it going? Listen, just wanted to make sure everything was good. I know you had a business. How's it going? Right? And they say, well, this, that, the other. I can help you. Tax preparers, we know exactly who has a business because we're filing that return. Bingo. You can help them at the next level. Okay? This is for you. This is for everybody that's on here that's interested. All right. So as you see right here, we're getting them funded easy. We have 78,000 from a real estate investment, Smart Capital. We have Miss Brenda Colston, one of my favorite ones to hear. She got a church campus construction for 3.3 million. Right? Coach Kev, who's on here tonight, right? He had a client 113,000. Credit-based loan, working capital, 25,000 for Ray. This could be you, right? And I can go on and on and on. Now we have our life insurance, right? For those of you who are not licensed, right? This could be for you. If you are already licensed, you're just gonna come on over with your contract and get contracted here. But if you're not licensed, you'll click on this once you enroll and you'll sign up for the course. Everything is already provided. I think there's a small fee for the course that you have to take. It's not that much. I think it's like, don't quote me, somewhere between $80 to $100 for that course. But you're gonna take the course, finish the course, and of course, go ahead and take your exam. And I'll tell you this disclaimer, because I had someone reach out to me the other day. I failed my test in the beginning when I first went out to get my license. You may fail. It's okay. I've seen somebody take it 8 times, but you don't give up. Okay. You keep going. All of us are not test takers. That's me. I get a little sweaty, my stomach getting knots. I forget everything I had to learn all them weeks I was studying. It happens. But don't give up. The test is not hard. If you are a realtor, you should do very fine, because I found the real estate exam to be very difficult. This one is just all about being awake. I was half asleep when I took mine the first time, but I did pass it the second time. And if you do not pass the first time, you have control of when you want to take it again, okay? But just keep your head in the game. If you get stuck, we have all the resources to be able to assist you. We have a lot of licensed life insurance agent in this company, so you're not alone if you do get stuck during your studying. We definitely can assist you, okay? We offer life insurance from a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but these are the companies that we are contracted with: North American, National Life Group, Mutual of Omaha, and F&G. And so the products that you're going to be able to offer are universal life, whole life, term life, final expense, as well as children's policies. You offer it all. We're not offering just one thing. We're able to help everyone. Okay. And if you're on here and you don't have a final expense, I want to remind you that it's important that everybody gets a final expense, because even though if you have insurance at your job, just don't count that. Okay. You always want to have your own personal policy, because Lord forbid anything happen to your employer, you don't have insurance, right? And if you're at a certain age, or you have other medical issues like myself, I'm a diabetic, you cannot get insured sometimes, right? So you want to have a final expense. Hence the reason, if you had $100,000 policy and you wanted to split it with your kids evenly, let's say you had 4 kids, you want to give them all $25,000. If something happened to you, they're not going to get 25,000 because they got to pay for your funeral expenses first. So if you got a final expense and you got that for 20,000, when something happens to you, all they have to present is that 20,000. See, when you give these companies, the funeral homes, $100,000 policy, they're going to keep jacking up the price because they're trying to get as much as you from you as they can, because they see you have 100,000. If you only give them 20, that's as far as they can go. That's what they're going to work on. They're going to pay for it. Pay for your funeral expenses through that 20,000 through the final expense, and whatever's left, it will be deviated with your whoever you have that you want to give it to. Your I can't think of the term right now, but then you have the other one for your kids that you wanted to give each 25,000. They're now going to be able to get 25,000 apiece. Okay, so you want to make sure that if you are an adult, you should have a final expense. Everyone should have one. All right. So we've been helping many people get protected. Right here, we have 2 lives secured at $100,000 each. And then we have another one, IUL insurance. And then what I like best about this company is for everybody. We have celebrities doing this. As a matter of fact, if you're familiar with Alexa Sky, she is one of our #1 life agents in the company. And you can literally go on her Instagram right now and you'll see this post up there about how life-changing this was for her to get signed on. She's helped hundreds of people, right? So here are some success stories that we have. We have Mr. Rod Farrell and his beautiful wife, Trithenia Farrell. After serving 7 years in the United States Army, he got sick. He ended up having cancer, a life-altering moment for him. That diagnosis was a turning point that thankfully helped him realize that there was more life out there than what he had. He was working as a finance manager and was helping everybody else with their finances but his own. So he realized how many opportunities he had let pass and made a commitment to never take time for granted again. So he became serious about his finances, passionate about helping others, and created a driven, long-lasting agency and legacy to help his family and others. And he's doing an amazing job. Somebody put some clapping emojis in there. If he invited you on the Zoom, you are definitely in good hands. Him and his wife are an incredible force to be reckoned with. His goal is to build positively and impact the lives of 1 million people with heart, hustle, and a higher purpose. Okay. We're like family. They live in, I think it's Mobile, Alabama. My son is in Evergreen, Alabama. This is Mr. Amari, the first day of his sophomore year last summer. I had just had major surgery. I was down and I really wasn't supposed to be on this trip. It wasn't approved by my doctor, but I had to drop my baby off at his school in his dorm. And they drove from Mobile knowing my situation just to check on him so I can go home. I'm very grateful for them. But we are definitely like family here at Freedom Path. We don't treat each other like strangers. We are a kingdom built company, and I am just grateful to be a part of it. Next, we have Dr. Dree. He's an entrepreneur, educator, and financial freedom advocate. He spent his life guiding families and professionals toward wealth and legacy. After 23 years in education from the school district, leadership to boardrooms, his journey reflects a relentless commitment to empowerment and transformation. And after decades of watching families struggle with limited access to funding and financial education, he knew there had to be a better way, and Freedom Path gave him the tools to deliver real solutions. Right? We have our Navy veteran and home ownership coach, Alan Pender. He said he joined Freedom Path with the mission to help 1,000 families rebuild their credit and regain their buying power. He started by fixing his own credit because you want to treat yourself. Remember, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, right? So he started on working on his own credit and was able to purchase his first home by the age of 23, seeing that it was possible for himself. That's what encouraged him and inspired him to begin helping others to do the same. He says the platform is simple, the tools are powerful, and the impact is real. I can't make it up. Lastly, we have a single mother of four. Somebody put four in the chat, right? Sis was juggling four jobs at one time. She said it felt like she had a single job for every child that she had. She felt disrespected for the last time and was tired of being sick and tired. Anybody been tired of being sick and tired, right? She had no time for her kids. She missed all their performances, different events, and just no time for nothing or anybody. Was introduced to this platform and it literally changed her life. She now has time for her family. She can travel. She goes to her kids' events and she said, I don't miss a beat no more, right? She saw the value in the opportunity, so she took it. And she haven't looked back. Her credit score went up 92 points. Again, she made sure she came in and helped herself. She was a product of the product like I did. I came in and used the platform, so I knew exactly what to expect, but then I can go out and help more people. So she's honored to be a part of this platform where not only are we family, but we love to help people. That's exactly what we do here. And again, this is your own business. You are your own boss. It's built for yourself, but you're not in it by yourself. We give you all the dedicated training, weekly pay, and monthly incentives. You can do it from anywhere. So if I wanted to leave here right now from my office and drive all the way up to Evergreen, Alabama to see my son, as long as I got my laptop or my cell phone, I can still help anybody from anywhere that I am. So if you're at basketball practice, dance recital, if you're on vacation, you don't have to worry about clocking in and out or putting in a PTO request. You can work your business from anywhere, from the couch. You can watch your Super Bowl this weekend and still help someone if they contact you, right? You get your own co-branded website, training, and everything is already included. Recognitions, awards, and trips, we just had that. And then what I love best about it is it's a willable, sellable, and transferable business. So if you are a parent, you can transfer this business down from generation to generation, and you're learning information to be able to help your kids grow. Right? The price to get started, if you're wanting to include the credit, the Freedom Wealth into your enrollment, it's going to be $289. Okay. It's going to be $289. And then of course it's going to be the $99 a month. But if you're saying, Miss Kiwi, I just want to be a broker. I don't really need to add the credit right now. I can add it later. I just want to be a broker. Then the price for you is just going to be $129 and the monthly fee will be $49 a month. Now, again, same rule applies here. If you need assistance with breaking that down, you can use Klarna, Zip, or Afterpay to break it down into the four payments. Now, I started with the $289 because, again, I told y'all my credit score was 465. Your girl was jacked up, right? And I needed to move out of that place. So I started with that, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity. And me being a single mom, me being a mom, period, I just realized, last year I had a scary moment. I feel like God made some things happen for me to keep me here, to be able to be blessed to present to you tonight. And so I'm grateful for every opportunity that comes my way. But you don't see many opportunities where you can start a business for the low price of $129 or even for the price of $289. It's very rare that you're getting every single thing that you need, all the products, and it's multiple businesses in one opportunity. We are all over the world. Don't let this map fool you. We're definitely have filled up. I probably need to update this map, right? But we're a little bit of this place and that place: Texas, California, Alabama, North Carolina, Georgia. Me and Coach Kev and Tiffany, Renee, and Rose, everybody here in Florida. We got, Rod and his beautiful wife in Alabama, Tina in Michigan, Minnesota, Connecticut, New York. We're all over the place, right? North Carolina, South Carolina. Where are you going to be on this map? So what I encourage you to do is this: make a decision today, right? If you have any questions, you go ahead and drop them in the chat for me. I see you, Daryl. I see you. Okay, Taranisha says she has 5 kids and a disabled husband. This is perfect for you because you can do this around your schedule. And I honestly spoke to someone today and she was saying, I don't know how to get started with my business because I'm helping my parent. And we went over some troubleshooting ways of being able to do it. And she said it makes sense. So you can do this from anywhere. Remember, I was a paralegal working, not coming home till 1 o'clock, sometimes getting ready for trial. And my 8-year-old is getting out of school at 2. and I had to buy him an iPhone so that he can FaceTime me till 1 o'clock till I get home. He took a bath by himself. I had to put the food in the microwave. I lost all that time. And so when I made a decision to step out on me, step out on faith, and not step out and depend on corporate America, my life changed tremendously. This opportunity has truly changed my. I've met some amazing people. I've been nominated for a Women Empowerment Award. My name pops up in different conversations. I've done all kind of like first time home buyer events, and I've elevated so much. I wasn't talking like this 7 years ago. I was quiet. I used to put the camera up like this because I thought my forehead was big. I did a lot of improvement over the years. But this could be you. Any questions in there? Yes, Tarnisha, you definitely got this, sis. Right. So what I want you to do is I want you to get back with the person that invited you. Thank them for giving you an opportunity to get this information tonight, and you make a decision on what's best for you, whether you're wanting to improve your credit score and sign up for the Freedom Wealth, or maybe you're interested in any of our other products, or maybe you're interested in joining us as a financial services broker. Either way, I'm excited for you because tonight you're going to learn how to cheat yourself. Stop cheating yourself and treating yourself and take what you want and get what you need to the next level. We don't work hard every day for everybody else. We got to learn how to sometimes put ourselves first. So if not you, then who? If not now, then when? Right? So go ahead and get enrolled. God bless you. Coach Kev says people have joined this business because they saw that you were involved. Oh, thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate you 100%. So good night. God bless you. Happy Wednesday. Let's go ahead. Let's go and let's grow. Good night, you guys.